People of Verona, we are here to mourn the loss of a precious child of God and the only son of the Montague family. Romeo Montague was a young man who had a full life ahead of himself, but unfortunately was cut short. He was a kind, compassionate man who was like a son to me, but unfortunate events all led to his inevitable fate. Romeo fell in love with Juliet, who he believed was the love of his life, which was a downfall of him. But I feel as I have played a part into this tragedy. Romeo passed way too soon, but we can still remember all the memories that he left with us. We'll remember his belief in thinking that peace and friendship could be had between the Montagues and the Capulets, and hope that the Lord Jesus Christ may forgive him. I remember when Romeo was born into a family that was involved in a long, cruel feud with the Capulet households. As Romeo grew older, I tried to act as a mentor to him. I remember when he used to tell me his problems, and through these conversations we became friends. He would tell me how much he wanted peace in his family and the Capulets, so I told him to disregard these conflicts and make friends, not enemies. Romeo tried to apply these lessons to his life. I admired his compassion and kindness to anyone, whether they be Montague or not. Romeo never agreed with violence, as he was a loving person and he wanted nothing but to be in love with another person. He first fell in love with Lady Rosaline. I remember when Romeo visited me in need of advice. He was saddened that Rosaline did not love Romeo as Romeo loved her, and the fact that she had chosen to become a nun. I felt sorry for Romeo, as the only I could tell him to do was to look for another woman in Verona. When he saw her at the Capulets' party, he fell in love at first sight, and unfortunately for him, so did Juliet. People would say the fact that they fell in love straight away is a good thing, but unfortunately for them, it ended their lives. That night when Romeo stuck into the Capulets' house to see Juliet, they kissed and knew they must get married. The next day they both wanted me to host their wedding, and so I agreed, in hope that the feud between the two households would end. The next day, war transpired. Tybalt killed Mercutio, which caused Romeo to fight Tybalt, and Romeo ended up killing Tybalt. May God be with him. He was banished from Verona. Juliet later found out that she was to marry Paris. This caused her to fake her death, in hopes that Romeo would save her. Romeo, then thinking she died, killed Paris and laid him next to Juliet's tomb, and Romeo killed herself while looking at Juliet. Juliet wakes up to see him and kills herself due to her not being able to imagine a life without him. Let us take this tragedy as a lesson, and that love is a powerful thing and we must put aside our foolishness and consider the punishments. Let us hold a few moments for the two tragic lovers, and also for Romeo, for we hope God and the Lord Jesus Christ may forgive him and his sins.